Hey guys, welcome back to ClevverMusic. I'm Misty, and today I have a new friend joining me. This is Lindsey Stirling. She's known as the Dancing Violinist, but I call her the Violinist Prodigy. You guys might know her as Lindsey Stomp. You might have seen her on YouTube. She has over 700,000 subscribers and over 120 million video views. First of all,
Thanks.
round of applause for this girl. How
you
are
made
you?
me feel so legit when you introduced me. Wow.
That was a good intro, right?
That was. She's good.
Okay, good. Okay, the first thing I have to ask you is, we're gonna start at the beginning. This is the story of Lindsey.
Okay.
Why violin?
That's a very good question. When I was like about 5 years old, my parents would, I lived here in LA actually.
Really?
My parents would take me and my sisters to all the free orchestra concerts in the park. And if you ever go to one of those, you'll notice that the violinist, the first chair violinist, comes out at the beginning in a beautiful dress and she tunes the orchestra. And I knew who the star of the orchestra was. And so I just wanted to play the violin. They got all the fun parts and I just started begging my parents for lessons when I was 5 years old.
It all makes sense now. All makes sense. Anyways, it's no secret that you were on America's Got Talent recently. What was that experience like for you? Because I know you got some harsh criticism from Piers Morgan, which was not nice. Something about rats drowning.
Rats strangled. Yeah, not cool.
Okay. No, so what was it like?
Well, you know, it was a very exciting experience. It was my first time really showing I'm gonna be a solo performer and I'm gonna try something unique and different. And so I went out there very wide-eyed, like a kid in a candy shop. I loved it. It was very exciting, and I met.
You're putting yourself out there,
yeah,
completely.
It was like, okay, all walls down, here I come. And so I made myself completely vulnerable, and it was very fun. I learned a lot. That last week on the show was pretty heart-wrenching for me. You know, it was my first time really trying anything like this, and it hurt really bad when Piers Morgan gave me that feedback, and it was all I could do not to just burst into tears on stage because I was just like, oh, I worked so hard.
Right.
But you know what? It's kind of funny because it was absolutely humiliating at the time, and I was like, I'm never gonna step on a stage again. But the next day, or a couple weeks later, thinking about it, I was like, no, I can either let this tear me down, or I can prove a point.
Yeah, that could be your motivation.
And it was totally my motivation of I have a really big point to prove now. A lot of people don't think I can do this, and I really feel like that's what fueled the fire, and those are the make or break moments. So.
Yeah, and you're so successful now. That was your revenge success.
That's right.
And now you have this huge career on YouTube, which was sort of an accident, right? I mean, you got a following after AGT, and then what happened?
So I had this small little following. They subscribed, and I had one video online just that I'd thrown up, and then it just kind of sat there and didn't do much. And then it's funny, I produced this original music I was so excited about to throw it out there to the world, and it just sat there and it didn't sell at all. And I was kind of like, oh, well, that's a pity.
That's sad.
I know. So I happened to meet cinematographer Devin Graham, who his YouTube channel is Devin Supertramp. He offered to do a free music video for me to feature on his channel, and I didn't quite get the whole why he would want to feature me on his channel, but I was like, yeah, you can do a music video. And it turns out that as soon as that music video went up, my music just started to sell. Yeah. And that's when I was like, wow, this is a tool to get people to hear what I love to do.
Yeah,
and
you're like, I get this now.
This bing light went on.
Yep.
So hence, I just started doing my own channel, and here I am.
Yeah, and now, I mean, you do everything from Skyrim theme song to Game of Thrones theme and all kinds of covers, and you're doing original music.
Yeah.
You have a new album coming out.
Yes, I'm so excited about it.
What is that called?
Well, it's a self-titled album, just because it's my first, so it's just Lindsey Stirling. Yeah, it's very appropriate. I got to introduce myself to the world.
It is. It is your introduction.
So yeah. Just self-titled album. It's got 12 tracks on it, and they're all original, very electronic. Some kind of an EDM dance style, and then some are more dubstep. So
now, what kind of audience do you have on YouTube?
I have a pretty diverse audience. I mean, a lot of my audience, I would say, was sprung from my Zelda cover. I did a Zelda medley, and I got this awesome gamer following, and they are my favorites because they're so loyal. And they are so supportive, and they share everything I do. So I have this awesome gamer following, and then the electronic music got me some more following from the electronic world, and then I did Crystallize, and it brought this whole new group of dubstep lovers. Yeah. So I just have a very diverse You know, everyone from like little kids that I've seen videos of them dancing to my music to like people tell me that their grandmas like listen to me in the, you know, in their.
So really, what could be better than that?
I know. I'm like, great. I mean, the world is a wonderful place.
Yes, you're universal.
Exactly.
So how much of the original work for like your YouTube videos do you still do? Like how much help do you have in the creative process?
Yeah, so pretty much most of my videos are still shot by Devin Supertramp.
Oh, great.
So that's really fun. We work really well together and we're best friends. And we pretty much co-produce all of the videos. So it's like a two-man team, and like the recent video that's coming up on my album release date, it involves water and fire, and like I went to Home Depot and rigged up these things that could make fire hang from it. You know, just it's very fun because I'm involved in every single step.
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
process.
if there's really only two of you producing most of the videos and doing everything, that's crazy.
And well, he has his own channel, so I mean, I edit all my own videos.
Wow.
And I, you know, think of the concepts, and so
good for you.
It's a fun. I mean, I love it, and that's why I come out with like a video every 3 weeks instead of.
And
like
that's why
one a
you're
week.
successful, is because you love it.
Because I absolutely do love it.
Right?
I really do. I'm such a nerd about it.
Good. You should be.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right?
Yeah. And also, I heard a little rumor that you're going on tour.
Yes, I am.
Tell me about that.
So the tour kicks off right after the album release on the 22nd of September is our first show. We're starting on the East Coast, and we're gonna wind our way across the United States till we end up, you know, in San Francisco and Portland.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's just a
Perfect.
full U.S. tour. I'm really excited to finally get out to see these people that have supported me for so long.
Yeah.
Finally be able to meet them.
It's gonna be a crazy, great experience.
I hope. I mean, I know it will be, and I just.
And you're gonna get to see America.
Yeah. I know, with some really I have really fun musicians touring with me. I have a band.
Ooh.
Well, it's my own band, and you know, they're musicians from here in LA, and then also I have an opener, Delon, who you can look him up on Facebook, Delon Music.
Perfect.
He's really awesome. He's a hip hop / dubstep / EDM artist as well, but he's a singer. So really fun. I can't wait.
Good. Oh my gosh. Now I want to ask you just a couple more questions. This one's a little heavier.
Ooh, okay.
So now that you're so established, like, what is your long-term goal? Like, you kind of already have, you know, broken boundaries between classical music and mainstream, and I actually have a new term for you.
Ooh.
Mainsicle? For mainstream classical music.
I like it. I think I'm gonna do that as a post sometime.
What's like a long-term goal for you, for your music?
You know, that's such a good question. I haven't figured it out yet because everything has happened really fast for me, I guess you could say. I started doing the YouTube thing a little, like less than a year and a half ago, and things just kind of exploded so fast. And I went from like a one-person team to like having a whole team with me, you know, in a matter of months. So right now I'm just under the impression I would love to keep touring. I'm going to Europe in the spring to do a tour over there, and I want to work on a second album and, you know, pump that out within the next 8 months after this one, and just kind of keep growing and start doing electronic festivals and just run with it as long as I enjoy it and as long as it's still growing.
And it will.
Yeah.
It will.
I hope so.
Okay, good. So last question is a little bit more fun.
Okay.
Now, Halloween's coming up.
Oh, I love Halloween. That's probably my favorite holiday.
Yeah. Do you have a costume in mind, or are you gonna be doing a special Halloween video maybe that you can tell us about?
I have not told anybody about this. Well, of course I have a fun costume, but more importantly, I'm doing one of my original songs on my album. To me, it feels very thriller-esque.
Ooh.
And so we're gonna do a full-on like dance choreography with like backup dancers, and it's gonna be very thriller feel, like haunted house style, you know, kind of creepy. And then we bust into this real electronics like breakdown in the middle of it, and it's like my favorite new song. So I can hardly wait till Halloween time to release this new, fun, crazy video.
That sounds just magical for Halloween. Yeah. Perfect and magical.
Totally.
Oh my gosh. That was so great. Thank you so much for chatting the story of Lindsey.
Yes. Oh, well.
Just now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys, Lindsey Stirling, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Check out her self-titled album coming out and her tour. The album date release is
September 18th.
All right, check it out. Thanks for watching ClevverMusic, and we'll see you next time.